I've been an ALS caregiver for over 4 years. When my husband was diagnosed, it felt like everything sped up and slowed down at the same time. I entered a sort of liminal space where time no longer followed the same rules. Like I was suddenly untethered from the reality I knew and thrust into an uncharted domain. No map, no how-tos, no fill in the blank, nothing, except the raw truth of my inner compass, trying to somehow guide me through the dark. Along with a shattered heart, a whole host of new responsibilities and things to learn and absorb, plus a new ticking of an invisible clock that seemed to drown everything else. In those initial moments, days, weeks, and months, a new kind of question arose within me. When faced with your beloved given a terminal diagnosis, how do we still grow? What does growth even look like now? It wasn't so much a specific question, but a constant feeling, like an invitation. And it wasn't something that I thought I had to do, like some arbitrary expectation given to the wife of an ALS patient. It wasn't a fake it till you make it and smile while you're at it type of thing. It was something my soul understood would emerge in some form. I wanted to come to the edge of what I understood as growth up until that point and leap into a new space of possibility. Because in this new land of sorrow, in this new reality we had, growth would elude us unless we intentionally chose to seek it. And I'm happy to report that growth can and did happen, even in the darkest places. To grow, even in the face of death. A defiant act, perhaps? But how? What does that even look like?
8, 9. Oh my God, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow.
Over this radical time of transformation, one thing that became quite clear is that my definitions of growth and success were changing dramatically. While in my previous era, success was measured by a series of metrics that had been tried and true. In this new era, growth took on a whole new meaning. The energy and frequency of it no longer included goals to achieve or metaphorical mountains to climb, but rather the expansion of our ability to take life in, to love and be loved, to choose grace, patience, and resilience time and time again, to find humor, even during the pain, to ask and attempt to answer the most challenging questions, to open ourselves up to the free fall of a new understanding. Growth didn't come with a bunch of little check boxes on a bullet journal. It wasn't a vision board or a 2024 goals page to fill in a planner. It came in the constant pulse of moment by moment, choice by choice instances, looking at the bigger picture while maintaining a steady hold of the present moment, relishing our past while grieving its sudden demise, looking into an uncertain future when just yesterday it had a whole different vibe to it. Young parents, vibrantly in love with each other, adorable 3-year-old, looking ahead at a wide panorama of growth, of purpose, adventures, and new beginnings, all coming to a jarring halt without any explanation. Of course, upon further reflection, I've always known that those tried and true metrics of perceived success are archaic and BS, to say the least. They still cage you into expectations, hamster wheels, and imaginary ladders that you keep climbing until goddess knows when. I certainly played that game for a long time. Deep down inside, it wasn't for me, but I played it and I was very, very good at it. But success, in its standard form, is like a mold you have to pour yourself into. Growth is not linear. You don't follow the dots, you don't follow a given track. Growth is a spiral. When you surrender enough the need to find success based on old terms, your world will expand. Because those old measures of success are like a dusty rule book you found tucked behind an old shelf. It will make you sneeze and keep you reading the old pamphlet cover to cover over and over and over again, just trying to extract some sort of actual truth and raw essence. Growth expands you outward. It expands your plate, and then a magical thing happens. Those successes and goals that you achieve and look towards become so much more genuine and remarkable. You don't have to wait until the terminal diagnosis of your favorite person hits you like a 2x4. You can begin right now, today, just by listening to the small, still voice within you, the one that's been hoping you can finally step off the automatic conveyor belt and into the periphery, sidestepping to explore what the wider view of your world and life actually looks like. Forget about the people you're trying to please or the ways you're trying to prove that you're a successful person, and dive headfirst into an exploration of who you are, truly. So let the spiral begin. I'll be exploring around with you. We'll catch a glimpse of each other across the wildflowers, and with a twinkle in our eyes and our cheeks flushed with life, we will know and we will say to each other, grow, baby, grow.
Change it to what?
Yeah.
It's already at 73.
No,
Bueno, estás desnudo también, so.
74.
Ahora afuera. No, porque vamos a salir ahora y va a hacer calor. Gracias.
Wow,
No.
wow,
Leave it at 73, boo. What? Leave it at 73. Why did you tell me to do it anymore? I'm telling him no.
Because your mom is being a fuck.
Alright, let's go out.